There's an interesting video that's really making its rounds on TikTok. Well, you have a young woman that think that she knows why a lot of men just don't like what they see today with these 21st century modern women. Let's go ahead and roll that short clip.
The reason why men hate this new generation of women so much is because we're finally starting to realize how powerful we are and how much potential we really have in this world. And the only reason we're starting to figure that out is because we finally don't give a f what they think. Because all they've been doing for I don't know how long is suppressing us.
Well, let me go ahead and respond to this because I'm a man and just based off of what I see and the assessment, I can actually tell you what a lot of, men, what they don't like about modern women. Now, I'm going to go ahead on and just, put it out there, what I just see verbatim. First of all, a lot of you don't have no class whatsoever. A lot of you are loudmouth. And when I say a lot of you, I'm not just speaking because I know some people, going to minimize this to a color thing. I said modern women, 21st century. Especially American women. I'm gonna say that much because we can't point out one group because I see it's transcending color easily. Okay, so they don't like the loud mouth. A lot of you too loud mouth. Your mouth too filthy. Every other word, F this, mother F that. Be this. Like, what I'm saying? You cussing like they used to say, like a sailor. Every other word. Then whoredom is okay with you. Okay. Men don't, men like to something for the imagination. You give nothing to the imagination. You want to easily show yourself. I mean, be honest with you, a lot of the pictures that some of you post on Instagram is what you would consider softcore pornography. At one point in time, people had to actually go buy those kind of things in a magazine. They had this plastic on the front and the back, so you couldn't see that sort of thing. And now it's actually being promoted on Instagram. Actually. You got clothing companies like Fashion Nova that caters to some of that. And I know all the clothes on Fashion Nova don't cater to that. So let me make sure I put that out there. But a lot of it do. Okay. So you show yourself too much. Men that wants a wife, and I'm a man that have a wife, so I can talk about this. I'm not no single man just talking. Okay. Most men that want a wife don't want their wives showing their breast all over the internet. Oh, you go on a date, they want to see that. They don't want to see a woman they want to marry with so short that people can see all the curves of your behind and your front area and everything else. No man that really want to get married to you want to see that. Now, if a man that want to take you to some hotel room and do what y'all do, that's fine for him because he doesn't care. But when he wants to actually think about marrying someone, he want a woman with class. Another thing, he don't want a woman what they used to call back in the day, dragon lady nails. The nails are so freaking long, and people sometimes wonder how you gonna wipe your behind with them nails. You won't get some nails, get them where they're, manageable. They're shorter. Men don't want you with these dragon lady nails, all these funny color hair that looking like a pack of annihilators back in the day. Pink, bright green, blue, all that. Walking around looking like that. No man want no woman that he want to marry looking like that. Being feminine. Some of you need feminine coaches, and they out here. Please take up their services. Men don't want no woman to be manly. You be so manly, you want to like, man, she made me feel like you so much manly. Make me feel like I'm in some sort of weird relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Men want a woman that walks in their femininity and the power of that. You say you're powerful. You're not powerful today. You ain't crap. A powerful woman to me is Asata Shakur. That's a powerful woman. None of y'all are matching Asata Shakur. A powerful woman to me is Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. You understand what I'm saying? That's a powerful woman. Another powerful woman to me that I highly respect, Shahrazad Ali. That's another powerful woman. Now, when you walking in that kind of womanhood, or what's the other sister, Queen Afua? You walking around like Queen Afua and all them? Hey, now you walking in your power, and all those women have class that I mentioned, all of them. None of them you seen showing the crack of anything or their breast or anything else, and they have always kept themselves up as feminine women. You are too entitled, a lot of you, is another reason. And that entitlement is horrible. You won't understand the entitlement until you really go overseas and you see how different people live and you see how entitled, American society is. A lot of you is too entitled. You want this man to have all this money, but you don't want to put in the work, with that man to get to that point. So you're too entitled. You demand a man to buy you this, and that, and the third. You want this man to basically treat you like a wife from the rip. And it's levels to that. It's complete level. Even in marriage, there are levels to that. But you for sure not going to get that from day one. And if you got this, like I think one female I saw online said that if a man wanted to take her to a Starbucks or something on a like just to meet her, she'll ghost him. I'm like, well, hey, you save that man some money and you save that man's time. You think that you deserve what's kind of expensive, and that's national. Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I don't eat steak, but I'm just mentioning everybody know what Ruth Chris is, right? You deserve a Ruth Chris Steakhouse. When I first met you, what if you're annoying? Well, what if you just there just to play games? Because some of you play games. And because, when you talk to women and women give you the game, some of you go on dates with dudes so you can eat in the restaurant every day. A lot of you can't cook. You can't cook. And you talking about your power. Let me tell you how powerful a lot of you are. When we had that Texas winter storm, that shows how much power you are in a problem like that. Hurricane, or we were all locked down, the pandemic. What was your power then? The women that didn't have no men were sure looking to men then. Men that you were turning down, all of a sudden you're like, hey, man, how you doing? All of a sudden now you want to talk to these men now. Prior to that, you didn't have time for none of these other men. There was actually probably good and decent men. That's what a lot of it is. And at the end of the day, that result is these men not marrying you. And the women that are feminine, the women that, are humble people, good people, women that take care of themselves, women that's not here being whores, women that have class about themselves. They're getting married all the time. Brothers are marrying women all the time, but they're not marrying the likes of you. And what power are you talking about when because you get on your luck, you can go get Section 8 food stamps, welfare, and all that. Men don't get nothing. So it wouldn't be for daddy government with some of you. What power do you have when you look into daddy government? But I'm saying, like you just, just kind of check yourself, when it comes to that behavior. The more and more you dig your heels into that, the more and more you're going to look up 40, 50, and 60, like, dog, I never even got married. But the women that didn't do that, the women that had class, the women that was not here mimicking Megan Thee Stallion. Let me tell you something. Megan Thee Stallion, don't let her lead, and Cardi B lead you down a horrible path. Because most men not going to put up with that when they want to get married. Do you want to bring you home to their mama looking like that? Looking like Megan Thee Stallion and how she dressed and how she present herself? I'm just saying, because one thing is men, we do not want to bring a woman like that home to our mama, because we going to get fussed out. Some of us cussed out, hit upside the head. And our mama say, why would you disrespect me by bringing that kind of woman here? If a man don't want you to meet his mama, that says a lot. Always remember that. And y'all don't stand not even a candle to some of the women, like my grandmother's time, great grandmother. No. I've even heard them say that it's slavery to cook. Like, are you serious? Are you very serious mentioning that crap? Like, that's so disrespectful to even say that, especially as a black person. And also feminism. Men don't want no feminist. Let me tell you something. You let that doggone white woman got you gassed up, but that white woman got her white man too. And you suffering the brunt of that backlash to feminism while brothers not marrying you. That's the only thing I'm saying. Just want to respond as a man, because only men should be able to respond to this. It has nothing to do with no power or anything like that. Nothing wrong with powerful women. I respect powerful women all day long. But you just out of pocket. That's why men not marrying you. But, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about, this, fellas, ladies. Some of you may agree. Some of you may not agree. Let me know.
The reason why men hate this new generation of women so much is because we're finally starting to realize how powerful we are and how much potential we really have in this world. And the only reason we're starting to figure that out is because we finally don't give a fuck what they think. Because all they've been doing for I don't know how long is suppressing us.